Hey, welcome back to the channel, DDRM. So back on the olds, and we are out with the old 307. So GM it's so redundant, the emissions they have on this thing. It's just like, holy cow, smog and emissions, and no wonder the thing only had 180 horse. So now, remember, that's the old rear end, like a 7.5. So now the Cutlass, lots of progress. So, motor's in, tranny's in. You saw the motor last time. The tranny is in. Pretty much almost everything is hooked up. So I had to kind of search. Oh, luckily, where I live, Columbus, Ohio, that I have a lot of companies around here that can do a lot of specialty stuff. So, like to fix the AC, this was all one contraption. Like, it is just redundant with. So like this whole thing, is just a redundant. I mean, this whole thing, it's like a muffler for the AC system. I don't know. It was just all plugged in, bolted right to the back of the AC compressor. So of course, you know, we went with all new with the motor, went with all new CVF front accessory kit, serpentine belt system, as I explained when I did the motor. Griffin radiator, dual cooling fans. I just have those to wire up, but it's pretty much in. The tranny lines, -6, those all ran. So the AC lines, you got your number 10 over to the dryer. So this section here I had to have made from this local company. That's all they do is, like, you know, pressure fittings and hydraulic fittings, and they'll make pretty much anything that you want. And then I do the rest of these hoses, like hydraulic, crimp them and stuff. So condenser number 10, number 8, number 6 was already hooked up. I didn't have to mess with that. Retain the factory dryer. Factory wire, just have to splice into it. Of course, all new hoses and clamps, but yeah, your heater hoses. Fuel is done. Wire harness is fixed and done. Sniper harness in, loomed, weather pack connected for your tack and coil and main battery to the HEI. We retain like a stock HEI, so I could retain some of the stock wire function. Temp sensor here, oil here. This is the Sniper temp sensor. New alternator, of course, 6 gauge. Over to the battery. He already had an Optima battery. These will be the Sniper and the ground for the fuel pump. So I'm installing a Holley in-tank stock tank fuel pump, returnless, which they're really nice. I used one in the Mustang that you guys saw, the 69 fastback. Had to make the lines, get the adapters for the power steering. Luckily Jags has them. They fit in to convert them to -6, which I did. That Hurst packing is going to make this power steering pressure line. It's a -6 to like a 5/8 16 inverted flare. So it's kind of specialty stuff on that end. So they're making that. I'll be able to pick that up a couple days, 2 or 3 days. They had to order the part in. So a lot of stuff is cleaned up, wire loomed, retain the factory bracket. So you got throttle cable, detent cable for your downshift for the 200 R4. New hoses, of course, so the fans will be auto cooling on a temp sensor. So now we got underneath this bad boy. So tranny, everything's pretty much hooked up. Headers. So I still have to do the exhaust, and we have a Blackheart exhaust, dual exhaust going on, 2.5 inch. There's the new rear end, H&R parts and stuff, upper and lower rear control arms. I love his stuff. His stuff's so nice. The brake lines are temp. I have new ones. I'm gonna rebend them nice and neat and stainless, but those were existing, so I just used them just to move the car. But I have new ones and I'm gonna bend all nice and neat. The wiring is ran for the fuel pump and stuff. I just getting ready to drop the tank so I can replace the fuel pump sending unit. And then this bad boy should be almost ready to run. So that's kind of the progress on the Hurst Olds. But it is a good looking car. Like I said, it's a low mileage, I think 30,000 original miles. So this car should be pretty snappy, pretty fun when it's done. I think the motor's about 450 horse. So should scoot pretty good down the road. So we'll get some things buttoned up, and hopefully next video should be running. So just a few things left to do. So catch you on the next.